Welcome to episode 11 of the Changemaker Check-In. And again, I'm your host, but with a fresh new haircut, Jake Van Hillo from the United Way Youth Venture Program. Alright, so for today's topic, we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm not going to be cooking anything, I'm not going to be showing you any of my passions or anything like that. Today I want to kind of have a conversation. And today's conversation is going to revolve around teachers, mainly like teachers that have inspired you and that you want to give thanks to. So through these tough times, I think it's good to keep in mind the people that have helped you along the way. Growing up through and going through school, I had a lot of teachers who were inspiring, who pushed me to be better, who helped me understand, who helped me get really good at stuff to move on to the next grades. They helped me to prepare essays. They helped me get into college. I have so many teachers in my head right now that I can thank for where I am today. And I think it is extremely important to show thanks to those people in your lives, because sometimes, especially during these times where the teachers aren't really getting to see us or see you guys, the students, I think it's important to remind them how important they really are to you. So in my mind, I just want to give a couple of shout outs to a few teachers that I had growing up that really made a difference in my life. And after I list them, I'm going to tell you what they all had in common that really got me to where I am today. So I'm going to start all the way back, like in elementary school. So as far back as I can remember, actually I can remember further back, but my fourth grade teacher, Miss Daigle, she was my math teacher. She was phenomenal. She was so caring. And she was the first teacher that I really remember that left a mark on me as a student. Growing up, in middle school, I was homeschooled, so obviously I gotta give thanks to my mom. She put in so much work for me and my brother to be homeschooled, and it was truly an amazing time. She spent countless hours preparing lessons plans. Like, she's not a teacher, but she put in so much work to make sure that we understood what we needed to understand, and it was amazing. It was probably the best years of school. I learned so much, and it was really awesome. So the second teacher is my mom. Third teacher is going to be pretty much most of the history department at Monty Tech. So we had Miss Schmidt, we had Mr. Dolan, we had Mr. McClendon. They were all really cool. They all showed me like a different side of teaching and understanding than what I was used to. Kind of a more like college level, like they put the trust in you to do it, which was really, really cool. Also, Miss Parker from Monty Tech, she was an English teacher. She was awesome, and that was my junior year, so we read a lot of amazing books. And I'm not a huge fan of reading, but I read every single one of those books because the conversations that we had in class were so in-depth that it really made me enjoy reading. Moving on to my senior year of high school, I have to give a few shout outs. One to Mr. Bernie from Murdoch High School. The way that grades worked, so I had gone back to Murdoch for my senior year, and I was actually put in world history class with freshmen because of how like the curriculums lined up at the different schools. So I was taking a world history class with freshmen, and Mr. Bernie was an unbelievable teacher. He cared for every student, and he made sure that we all understood everything that we were learning. So first shout out goes to him. The next two shout outs are my two English teachers that I had senior year, and that's Miss Quinn Stearns and Miss Callahan. They were phenomenal. They really helped me, especially towards the end of the year when it came time for college essays and scholarship essays. Like, they helped me. They read through them. They helped me make corrections. They were so caring and wonderful, and I can't thank them enough for everything that they did. And my last two shout outs for my high school is Miss Packard and Miss Jenkins. I took like a home economics class with them and a cooking class. So like I learned how to file taxes, how to fill out a checkbook, how to cook, how to sew, all that stuff from them. And they were the sweetest teachers. And that was really amazing. Moving on to college, I would like to say thank you to Professor Kahn, who I had for my sciences. She was amazing. Professor Case, I swear he's the only math teacher that could ever make me understand pre-calculus. Also like to give a shout out to Professor Susie and then the business department at Mount Wachusett Community College, because again, they all cared. They all had these connections with you. They all really wanted you to succeed. Nobody ever once wanted you to fail. Like they all made sure that you were there to succeed, and they were positive. They had positive mindsets, positive attitudes, and it was really awesome. Now, one thing that all these teachers have in common from the very beginning of when I started school to the very end is that they cared about me. They showed that they wanted me to succeed and do great things. Now, I think you guys can all think of a time where a teacher has wanted you to succeed, has really shown that they cared about you and that they want you to either do better or just keep doing what you're doing. So take a minute, think about who that teacher would be, or teachers, because like you just heard from me, I had tons of them, and reach out to them. Either send an email, or you can even reply on this post, and we can get it out to them. I'm in a lot of schools, as you guys know. I work with a ton of phenomenal teachers. Every teacher that's involved in the Youth Venture program cares about their students, wants them to do great things. So if there's a teacher out there that has really inspired you to do amazing things, or has inspired you for maybe like the career that you want to go into, or anything else, please reach out to them and let them know how much you care about them and how awesome they are. During these times, we have to let the people know who inspired us. If your parents inspired you, go tell your parents. Be like, thank you guys so much. If it was an aunt or uncle or grandparent or a friend, go tell them. If you care about them and they've made an impact on your life, make sure you tell them. Again, especially make sure you're reaching out to your teachers. Tell them how much you care about them. Tell them how much they've made an impact on you, and all those wonderful things, all right? So if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you head over to our social medias, which I'll put on our screen now, and give us a like, a follow, and comment there. We'd love to interact with you guys. I know this was a change of pace from what we had been doing for other Changemaker check-ins, but I think during this time it is super important to talk about these things and make sure that these teachers know that they are appreciated, right? So we appreciate every teacher out there that's making an impact on a child's life. You guys are all awesome. You guys all rock. We love you all. And that is going to conclude this week's episode of the Changemaker Check-In. So we will catch you guys next week on episode 12 of the Changemaker Check-In. See you guys.
Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my